It says I'm live, so I guess we're live. Congratulations on finishing your week one. That is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. And now, like you can do it. You're committed to doing the work for yourself. So how did it go? I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what's going on, like physically, emotionally, mentally, intuitively. A lot of things can really come up for us when we are really working in our place of wellness with yoga and with meditation. So, bravo and congratulations on finishing your first week. And now we're in week two. So this is when we're getting real. This is really where it begins because the first week we're just kind of arriving. We're really figuring out like what it is that we clearly want to discover. And now we are in a place of the next step, which week two's theme is integrity. And I wrote something down and I want to read it to you so that I can get it right. First of all, are you a person that is of integrity of their word? Are you of integrity in your actions? Because in week two, it's about creating an awareness around whether or not you are honoring your word and your actions. Because the thing is with integrity is truly being of one with the highest moral code, your word. So I'm going to say that again. Being of integrity is being of the highest moral code, which is your word. Because if you are not a person of your word, and even a person of your actions, like for your body or for the motion and living in life, you're not of integrity. And so think about it. Like, how many times have you ran into somebody and you guys are like, oh, yeah, let's get together. Let's call. We'll have to catch up. And you have absolutely no desire to want to connect again with this person. But you say, yeah, sure, let's get together. Let's call each other. And then nobody ever does. Or maybe they might. But the bottom line is you weren't of integrity with your word. So why is that? Like, why do we go to that place of being the pleaser or trying to say the right thing or the thing that we think they want to hear from us? When we allow ourselves to be of integrity with our word, it brings us to a pure truth of integrity. So think about it. You run into somebody and they're like, oh, come to my party. I'd love to see you. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'll be there. I'll make it. I'll see you Saturday night. And you don't go. Well, then how good is your word? How good are you at being of your truth? And so if you don't have any desire, for example, to go to this party, what is keeping you from saying, you know what, I probably am not going to make it this weekend. I'm really needing to do some, rejuvenation and just, staying at home and being in a place of restoration this weekend. But thank you so much for the invite. Like, what's wrong with that? So I want you to take a moment and write down like your top 5 areas that you don't feel of integrity. And that can even be in a place of like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week this week. And you might make it once. Well, is that being of integrity to your body and to your health? Not so much. So pause this video, or if you're on live, yeah, just write it down after the live. But pause this video, and I want you to write down 5 areas or 5 things, places, people that you have not been integrity of. So, and that can even be yourself. You're like, I tell myself I'm not going to eat sugar, and there's a dozen of donuts in my kitchen. So write those 5 things down, and I'm going to share a couple of situations where I know that I haven't been integrity of that I'm actually working on, and one of them is sugar. Drugs, not necessary. No need. Alcohol, could take it or leave it. You give me freaking cookies and pies and cakes and donuts. Oh, I'm your girl. Cupcakes, man, I love them. but they are so not good for my body. After I eat that cupcake, I'm just like sluggish and I'm tired and I'm slow and I feel all goopy. And so it's not something that's being of integrity. So I really don't keep sugar in my house. So I did have a Heath candy bar today after lunch. We won't talk about that. And the funny thing is, I don't even really like chocolate. It's like the pastries and the sugar and the gummy bears and yum. But it's not of good integrity for my body. So I try to have an awareness around, what I'm consuming. Another area that I know where I really have to practice my integrity is really speaking my truth because I'm a pleaser. I really grew up trying to please everyone in my family, trying to say or do the right thing. And it never ended up working out that I would say or do the right thing. But I would say the thing I thought they would want to hear to make everybody happy. And that's not being of integrity. So when somebody, would ask me, like, actually, I had the other example a couple weeks ago. Somebody came to me and they were like, "Oh, I have this great idea. Let's chat. I want to talk to you about it." And I'm always open to ideas, but I wasn't sure if this individual was going to follow through with their words. So I just kind of served the ball back to them, and I said, "I would love to hear about it because who doesn't love to hear about a great idea, right?" So I served the ball back and I was like, "Hit me up at the beginning of the year when things slow down a bit. And yeah, let's chat." And, it's January 9th. I haven't heard a word from them. And that's perfectly fine. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I was of integrity and I didn't make false promises of, yeah, I'll call you, or yes, I want to do whatever this idea is, or, whatever. I simply spoke my truth and how I knew the situation would work best for me. And in doing that, I could be of my truth. I knew after getting through the holidays, I would have the time and the space to truly sit down with this individual and hear about their idea. And so that's when we're really able to allow ourselves to be of our word, our highest truth, our highest moral code, when we are of integrity. So, one other thing I wanted to bring up is the term satya. Satya, Satya. Satya is a very common term in the yoga world, and it means the truth will set you free. And we want to be in a place of freedom when we're in our true integrity, our highest moral code, like our freedom of the pure truth. That's when we come into our powers. That's when we're able to come into our feeling of empowerment, of our strength. And so this is one of those ways that we can do that. Integrity. One of the other things I wanted to let you know as we're coming into our second week is that as you are connecting with people and, from your day to day with, friends and family and work, have an awareness of when you're saying something or doing something, are you being of your truth, your pure, authentic truth? So this is a week to really get connected with that. And I'll be putting up daily, um, I like to call them like daily brights, daily posts of what this can look like. So be watching for those on TikTok. And the second week, this is where we're going. We increase our meditation to 10 minutes daily meditation. And how's your meditation practice going for you? It's it can be very challenging and can be very empowering. Empowering. Did I say that right? Your yoga practice is going up to 35 minutes a week. Now, I know a lot of the podcasts and the yoga classes that are on demand are often 30 minutes. So, what I would suggest, do a little 5-minute warm up before you start your podcast or your stream, or do a little extra final shavasana at the end. Final shavasana, our corpse pose, is the hardest pose for people to take because we're in a place of stillness. And the more you can become still in your body and the more stillness you can create in your mind, the higher and greater empowerment you can create. When you can turn off your mind and just be in stillness, boom, You got it. You've arrived. And continue your daily journaling and continue writing down your food and beverage intake. This is great to look at to see how you're doing. And since we're starting week 2, check out where you've come from day 1. Look at what you've done so far. Like, you've created this own discovery path to your superpower. So, a few things to be aware of. And remember, we have our page on Facebook, 40 Days to Discover Your Greatest Superpowers. And I have several links pinned at the top of the page. I have got an app, a free app for meditation that has all kinds of great ambient sounds and guided meditations for free on Insight Timer app. It's an amazing app. And also mukayoga.com. This is my friend Sharon Page's beautiful, extraordinary website. Muka Yoga is, she has all kinds of yoga supplies, but she also has a page for free guided meditations. And I love the teachers on there. So those options are on our Facebook page. And then I also have, a link to one of my yoga studios that I've taught and practiced at since 2009 here in Bend, Oregon. And they have an awesome program. It's a month of unlimited on-demand yoga classes for $25 a month. I have that link on there. If you're a local Bendite, come on down to the studio. You can take all the classes you want for an unlimited less expensive intro cost. So hope this is helping. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I hope that you're really opening up your eyes and your heart and your awareness to things maybe that you hadn't before. So if you have any questions or comments, throw them on the Facebook page, throw them on the TikTok, throw them on the YouTube station. Those are kind of my 3 main platforms. And I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, believe in yourself. I believe in you. If you can't believe in yourself, I believe in you. I know where I've come. I know the work I've done. Frick, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I promise you this. So make your day extraordinary for you. I'm here for support. I'm here for direction, guidance, teaching, mentoring, all the good stuff. Have an extraordinary day. I love you. And yeah, enjoy this next week. Stay present. Namaste.